In the Marvel Universe, many characters have taken part in different experiments in which their physical abilities have improved thanks to a special serum, so in this video we will see all the super soldiers in the Marvel Universe. In the movie Captain America: The First Avenger, we met Dr. Abraham Erskine. This man developed a serum to create super soldiers. This was the great strategy to win the Second World War. The first man chosen to become the first super soldier was Steve Rogers. Was the first success story of the Erskine super soldier serum. After a rigorous evaluation process, Steve was chosen to undergo the experimental operation to obtain superhuman abilities. Erskine's formula and Howard Stark's chamber worked perfectly. Steve underwent a major transformation from weak and short to a very strong tall man with big muscles. Steve Rogers became Captain America, and thanks to his incredible physical abilities, World War II came to an end. But what made Captain America special was not just his incredible strength, but his big heart. Being a good man made him worthy of being able to wield one of the most powerful weapons in the Marvel Universe. Erskine the Doctor met a power-hungry evil man, Jonas Schmidt. He was the leader of Hydra, the Nazi research area. Schmidt had the desire to become a superior man, so he injected himself with the serum that the Erskine doctor was developing. Smith got strong, but as the serum wasn't finished yet, there were some side effects on his face. He was completely disfigured, so he got the name Red Skull. This villain was insane, believed he was a god, and to prove it, he planned to destroy half the world. But his plans did not work out, and he ended up being transported by the Tesseract to another world where he became the guardian of the Soul Gem. Bucky Barnes became a super soldier thanks to experiments done on him by Hydra during World War II. He became a prisoner of war, and during this period was the subject of experiments by Arnim Zola. Barnes underwent some initial tests during his capture, but was found again by Zola after he was presumed killed in battle after falling in the Alps. The fall resulted in the loss of one of his arms, so Bucky was given a replacement limb made of vibranium, which is where Zola gave him a version of the super soldier serum to make him the lethal Hydra assassin known as Winter Soldier. After Dr. Erskine created the super soldier serum, many have tried to recreate this serum. The Doctor Bruce Banner, under the orders of General Ross, tried to recreate the super soldier serum with gamma rays, but everything went out of control. Banner tried it on himself, and this made him transform into the Hulk, a large and extremely strong green monster that Banner became whenever he got angry. General Ross wanted to use Bruce and his blood as a weapon, but first he had to catch him. To capture Banner, General Ross recruited a special squadron. Among them was Emil Blonsky. The first attempt to catch Banner was unsuccessful because he transformed on the Hulk. That for the second attempt, Blonsky would be more prepared. General Ross injected him with another variant of the super soldier serum, thus enhancing all of his physical abilities, but for Blonsky, it wasn't enough. He wanted more power. So after managing to capture Bruce, he forced Dr. Samuel Storms to inject him with the blood, and this caused Blonsky to become the Abomination. One of the super soldiers that will supposedly be coming to the MCU very soon is Isaiah Bradley. He is the Black Captain America original in the comics and will supposedly appear in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. In the comics, Bradley was among 300 African Americans that the U.S. Army used to try to replicate Erskine's super soldier serum. Bradley was one of the few test subjects to survive the experiments and went on to claim the mantle of Captain America for a short time. The MCU's latest super soldier is John Walker, the new Captain America. Frustrated at not only being beaten by the Stateless, but humiliated by the Dora Milaje of Wakanda, Walker decides to use a vial of Dr. Nagel himself, thus becoming super powerful. However, as stated in the series, the serum magnifies who you are. And for Walker, an emotionally unstable guy, the serum causes him to lose his mind, murdering a Stateless member in cold blood. The MCU doesn't mention Luke Cage using the super serum, but the comics speak. In this continuity, Luke Cage was subjected to an experiment based on the super soldier program, and this was interrupted by outside forces, but Cage emerged with impenetrable skin. He is something of an extreme version of Captain America, as his powers focus on the durability provided by the serum. On the plus side, Luke Cage is a good guy, so he at least makes the right choices with the powers he has. The movies of Deadpool in the X-Men film series do not use the term super soldier serum, but that is exactly what was injected into Wade Wilson. Comics were allowed to use this terminology, and we got to witness Wade Wilson becoming part of the Weapon Plus program. Through this dark process, his super soldier was born who focused on his healing ability, which turned out to be something of a curse, since he can never die. However, Wade took full advantage of this curse, and it matched perfectly with his willingness to fight a battle against anyone. When we talk about the Weapon X program, the first name that comes to mind is Logan. The mutant worked for the organization for a while before being subjected to experiments. Once across the table, he was brainwashed and had adamantium injected into his body. Survived the process due to his advanced healing factor. After the procedure, Wolverine became a perfect living weapon. Sentinel, Robert Reynolds acquired his powers through an experiment by the US and Canadian governments, part of the Weapon X program, the same one that gave Deadpool and Wolverine their powers. However, this experience had effects far superior to all previous ones, and Robert was left with skills beyond expectations. The Sentry was regarded as one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe, as his powers were equated to the explosion of 1 million suns. Even today, the total number of abilities he possesses is unknown. But among them we find super strength, super speed, ability to fly, various mental and psychic powers, even being able to resurrect the dead. Tony Masters, known as Taskmaster, gained an ability known as photographic reflexes during a mission as an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. through the use of a Nazi super soldier serum experiment. This ability allowed him to watch someone else's physical movements and duplicate them without any practice, no matter how complex. It is true that in the Black Widow film we meet the first super soldier of the Soviet Union, Alex Shostakov, better known as Red Guardian. This man worked for a long time for the Dryac General, the leader of the Red Room. In one of the many missions to which Alexei was assigned, he formed a family of lies in which he was the father of Natasha Romanoff and Yelena Belova. Despite his loyalty to General Dreykov, Alexei was arrested by his boss. However, years later, Natasha and Yelena would break him out of prison to help them in their goal of destroying the Red Room. Alexei was a great help in fulfilling this mission. The What If series presented us with different stories in different universes. In one of these realities, Steve Rogers did not receive the super soldier serum, and Peggy Carter turned into a super soldier. Peggy assumed the name of Captain Carter, and it was she who led the fight to defeat the Hydra. And there for you, who is the best super soldier in the Marvel Universe? Share in the comments.